With there being many theories surrounding the Scream franchise, which theories are the most ridiculous?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Welcome to my channel. My name is Em, aka Horror, and in today's video I will be discussing some of the most ridiculous theories about the Scream franchise. The first theory I am going to speak about is time travel. There are a few time travelling Scream theories out there, which include Jill travelling back in time to mentor Roman and Sidney travelling back in time to stop the original Ghostface spree. Plus, of course, time travel was mentioned in the opening of Scream 4.
Step 5 has time travel, which is by far the worst.
However, the one I will briefly talk about is the one that could, if they really wanted to go down this route, come into play for Scream 7 and the rumours that we have heard. We have previous killers coming back in some way, shape or form, and a theory that has been circulating is that a time traveller has gone back in time to bring all the previous Ghostfaces back for one last spree, bringing them to the present day and carrying out the ultimate cult of Ghostface. I mean, as silly as this is, at least it would bring Stu back as being alive for all of those fans who would love to see it. Another theory is to do with the Stab movies. According to this theory, the events of the Scream movies never actually happened within their universe. Instead, the Stab films, the fictional films inside the Scream franchise, are what's real. In other words, the real world of the Scream universe is actually the world in which Stab was made. That means that Sidney, Dewey, Gale and all of the other characters we have grown to love aren't real people at all. They're characters invented by the Stab filmmakers based on fictionalized accounts of murders that never happened. Everything we've been watching is a movie within a movie within a movie. Now I know that Scream is meta, but this one is just a little bit too far for me. The next theory I am going to discuss is to do with the Ghostface mask itself. So some people out there have put forward that the Ghostface mask has supernatural abilities. This would mean that the person wearing the mask becomes invincible whilst doing so. It definitely fits in with the clumsiness of the killers when they have taken off their masks after their reveal, and it would also explain some kills fans believe are not doable by the person who has carried them out. It would also explain why the killer is more physically strong and stealthy when they are wearing the costume. I get it, but this isn't some Scooby-Doo crap. Or is it? Now, I couldn't have done this video without asking my friend SippinIce to come and join me. If you have not already done so, I would definitely suggest checking out his Scream Theory videos and also subscribing to his channel, as he does upload some phenomenal content. So I asked him to let me know of a ridiculous Scream theory that he has made up, and trust me when I say he didn't disappoint.
So in terms of silly and out-of-the-box theories, I have one that fits that setup. Alright, so hear me out on this. As we all know, Scream 7 will feature many returning Ghostfaces. Yet they should be dead, right? Well, what if Stu, Roman, and possibly others return as zombies? That's right, Scream 7 goes full-on sci-fi. Imagine we see them bursting out of their graves and wandering the night in rotting Ghostface costumes. I mean, Scream 6 did technically have the OG mask and portrayed them as decaying and falling apart. Maybe that was actually a hint at the future of the franchise. Yes, I know Roman was also shot in the dome piece, but hear me out. Ignore that logic because he's returning regardless. And plus, what if that first shot doesn't count because he was a human at the time? It doesn't affect his zombie form. And with Stu, he was electrocuted, so he would have a similar situation to Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th Part 6. It would be absolutely wild and insane if it were to be true. Which is why I'm sure it won't actually happen, but hey, you never know, weirder stuff has actually happened. Shout out to Horror for having me on, she's goated.
The last theory that I'm going to talk about is one of my own that I came up with quite recently. Now, I don't know if others have put similar theories out there, but if they have, it might not be such a ridiculous theory after all. Scrap that, it definitely is. So my theory is that towards the end of Scream 7, we will see the patient who is in the psychiatric hospital, and it is actually Sidney Prescott. She has been there since Maureen Prescott's death, and everything we have seen in the previous movies has all been in Sidney's imagination as part of her way of coping with the untimely death of her mother. In this theory, Cotton would have been the person who murdered Maureen, and Sidney has made up what happened afterwards in her mind, as she was present when her mother was murdered but did not do anything about it, leading her to become mentally unstable and unable to cope with the guilt and horrible scenes she witnessed. Ghostface itself is a costume she had one Halloween as a child, and she kept the mask as a reminder of the best Halloween she had. The phone calls that Ghostface makes are actually a representation of phone calls Maureen was receiving before her death, which happened every time Sidney's father was away on business. It's completely ridiculous, but we have seen final girls be put into psychiatric hospitals in other franchises, so maybe it's not so far off. Yes, these theories are ridiculously weird, but somehow fans have made them a subject to talk about. If you want any more completely ridiculous Scream theories or ridiculous theories on other franchises, let me know, as I have enjoyed diving into this one. Once again, I just want to say a massive thank you to SippinIce for joining me on this one. I have linked his channel in the description, so please do go and check him out. As I said before, he is an amazing content creator. So as always, what do you guys think? Are there any other ridiculous Scream movie theories you know of? Let me know down in the comments section. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and switch on that notifications button, as I will be uploading more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. You can check out my other content here. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.